The Army has trucks 1/4 ton 4x4s, 1,020. Marine unit has 592.
Okay. You start wherever you feel like starting, my friend. You don't have to look at the camera. You don't have to do any of that. Just whatever you're comfortable with. Talk about whatever you want to talk about and start wherever you want to start. This is May 18th, 2017, Army Chosin Few Reunion in Springfield, Missouri. This is Ray Vallowe, 57th Field Artillery Headquarters Battalion, and he was handling the wires and the switchboard at the punch bowl. Did I say that correctly?
No, Chosin.
Well, I know, but you had that little punch bowl. You called, what'd you call it?
Well, that bowl we were in.
Yeah, the bowl.
The press bowl, yeah. Down there in that bowl area, which we shouldn't have been in, but
Okay.
yeah, I pretty well got these straightened out. What Ron's got good here, and okay, so we start off here with Operation Order 20, Order 6.
Okay.
6 is on. This was on 11th of November.
All right.
So 14 days later, this was where we're at now. This was our regions, the areas we were in. In other words, 1st Marine Division, advance and destroy enemy in zone, prepare for offensive, Operation Order, west of Ham Hung, Sagachani axis on order, establish blocking positions, Annex G, and protect 10th Corps left flank in zone. Okay, the 3rd United States Infantry Regiment or Division, relieve elements 1st United States Marine Division in zone by 12/2400 November. Secure the Wonsan area, destroy enemy in zone, establish building battalion blocking positions, Annex C, and protect 10th Corps left flank in zone. Prepare for offensive operations of the Yonghong, Ha Bong Asan, knee axis. Provide one infantry in as Corps reserve at Ham Hung. Okay, 7th Infantry Division, advance, destroy enemy in zone. Prepare to move one regimental combat team assembly area in Ham Hung on Corps reserve on order. Okay, so that stands for 14 days.
That starts on December 3rd?
14 days, 11th of November.
11th November.
So that stands for 14 days, or but 14 days before any action is going to really replace it by Operation Order 7.
That would be this map here, 11th of November.
Okay. So then we go to, in the meantime, 10th Corps is active on making plans.
Okay.
So we got here a top secret document, 10th Corps Operation Plan 8, Draft 3, dated 22 November. And so it's going to say here that, I Corps operate from Pungsan, Hapsu, and Kinchu area to destroy enemy in zone. 1st Marine Division, United States Marine Division, 1. Advance, seize, and secure Mepyeong-ni. 2. Prepare to advance north on Mepyeong-ni, Kangji, Hachong axis on 10th Corps order. C. 3rd United States Infantry Division, gain and maintain contract right flank of 8th Army. Prepare to attack west on Haksu Ri Saguenay axis, prepare to support 1st Marine Division. Assume operation control 1st Korean Marine Corps Regiment and secure the Wonsan area, all on Corps orders. So to provide 1 regimental combat team on Corps reserve at Hamsu, Hungnam, and Sudong area. Okay, 7th Infantry Division. Advance, destroy enemy in zone, employ not to exceed 1 regimental combat team on the Hageru Changjian axis and secure the Pungsan area.
Okay.
So that was on the 22nd. So then on 10th Corps again, trying to make things work, is on the 24th of November. Annex B, intelligence to Operation Order 7. This is essential elements of information. The important part is down at the bottom where I have marked that with anything up and coming is to be reported intelligence mission to subordinate and adjacent commands. A, 1 Regimental Corps, see paragraph 3X, 1st Marine Division and 7th Division will, 1, report any evidence of any attempt of the enemy to establish strong defensive positions, including entrenchment, obstacles, wire entanglements, and pillboxes. Report any evidence on the part of the enemy forces to staunchly defend by fire or counterattack. So this is related to that upcoming Medal of Honor on the Marine side for Frank Mitchell.
Frank Mitchell.
Of a noted battle on the 26th.
The INR platoon south of Togtong Pass?
Yeah, that they were required to report this to 10th Corps. That's a major battle as far as reported.
But at that point, though, the British Royal Marines were supposed to be the INR group along that area, were they not?
Not yet.
Not yet?
But they're in the mix. They're in the mix somewhere in here.
Just be clear.
Yeah. So then we go to Operation Order 7. This is secret. 10th Corps, and this is the 2400 November 50. So this is a day after this one. So okay, we got here now. The new mission is Task Organization, Annex A, Intel Estimate and Plans, Annex B. 10th Corps attack 2700 November to sever enemy line of communications at Mepyeong-ni and destroy enemy in zone in the northern boundary of Korea. Along the Yellow River at the left to the mouth of the Tumen River on the right. So okay, 1st Marine Division, attack at 270800 November, seizes Mepyeong-ni, advance to Yellow River, destroys enemy in zone. 7th Infantry Division, attack north on 270100 November from Chosin Reservoir, advance to the Yellow River, destroy enemy in zone, secure Pungsan area, coordinate operations with I Corps, Rock Corps,
Yeah, First Rock.
Corps, yeah. Defend Yellow River line in zone, advance from Hapsu and Chongjin areas, destroy enemy in zone in northern boundary of Korea. Okay, there's 5 things here for the third infantry. But anyway, this one here now is going to be the one. Well, I superseded this one. This one should have. Following the 24th. This is the results of the meeting with Colonel Childs to General MacArthur.
When they flew over for that one day.
Yeah, he sent over with this one from the, well, actually this one for the 22nd. For the 22nd is the one he's taken over for MacArthur. And that's the one that it says the 1st Marines will seize Mepyong-ni. And then the 7th Division, advance, destroy enemy zone, not to exceed 1 regimental combat team on Hagaroo on the Changjian axis. Okay, so now coming from MacArthur will be a reply. Is that one sticking here? Will be the reply of a top secret document on this CX 69661. It will be sent over to Alman. So in other words, this one is that top secret one that the face-to-face meeting with Childs and MacArthur. This one.
Okay.
So this will be the message is in 3 parts. Part 1, 10th Corps Operation Plan 8, Number 8, Draft Number 3, as discussed at GHQ. This date will be implemented at the earliest practical date. D-Day to be determined by the 10th Corps Commander. Part 2, effective on D-Day. The boundary line between 8th Army and 10th Corps will be as follows. No change in present boundary lines from Sinup CV 1120. And B, now this is a numerous things here. It's hard to read because it's blurred out, but in other words, there's a lot of other lines are going to shift.
Okay.
On the second one, which mainly the big one is the 7th Division will shift over and assume the east side of the reservoir.
East side of Chosin.
East side of Chosin Reservoir.
So the 5th Marines will move out under Murray.
Yeah.
Head west to Udon-ni. They're supposed to release on the 24th, 5th, or 6th?
The 25th.
25th.
And so part 3 is 10th Corps, let's see, 10th Corps plan for this will be discussed with Army 8 staff by visiting representations on the 24th of November.
It's right after
In other words,
MacArthur flew to see
Walker.
Walker.
Notify Walker. They will notify Walker. Now that's what everyone says in their books, that there was only one minor change of this operation order that Childs brought over to him. The only change is one change is the boundary line where Walker is to remove his line below Mepyong-ni.
So you raise it from the Yalu down to below.
Yeah, everybody is agreed. That's what all the writers before talk about this top secret document.
Okay. We'll get that on film so they can see it. You can keep going, Ray. I'm keeping up.
Well, now we have to go back to the document that exists. I had this one, preempted this one, put this one. We got to go back to this. Operate now. Everything is under Operation Order 7 at 2400 of November. Everything changes. But we got to go back to what it says about the distribution here. The 1st Marines, First United States Marine Division, attack at 2700, 0800 November, seizes Mepyong-ni, advance to the Yellow River, destroy enemy in zone. 7th Infantry Division, attack north at 2700, 0100 November, from Changjin Reservoir, advance to the Yellow River, destroy enemy in zone, secure the Pungsan area, coordinating operations with Rock Corps, darn it, Rock Corps. Okay, so the difference here is the Marines will still take Pyongyang, and the 7th Division is not stated as doing anything of taking Changjin or even advancing to Changjin. So, but there is no mention of the 7th Division restricted to not to exceed 1 regimental combat team.
Right.
On here, it's gone. And it does not say what we will secure once we get on the east side of the reservoir. But this is Operation Order 7, which will place in effect the 7th Division Order, Operation Order 25 will be under this division. That's a periodic, that's an earlier request. So okay, then we'll go into, on the 24th,
You got an opposite page there too. There's a flip over side there.
yeah, well, that's that one. I told you about that other one. That was, well, I got one in front of this. That's out of 30. I'm 24. Okay, this one. Okay, then we go to 7th Division. 7th Division Operation Order 24. And this is dated 2400 November. It's from Untak, Korea. Okay, it has here number 1. A is omitted and B is omitted. Whatever is supposed to be here from the 7th Division is omitted. So we got A, 2, 30, Regimental Combat Team 31, minus, moves at 25:0800, November 50, to assembly area via railroad station. Pukchong, at Pukchong. Prepare for further movements to south and west by railroad and motors. 1. Annex 1 is the route overlay. Annex 2 is the march table. 3A, 1st Battalion, continue present mission. 2, 2nd Battalion, attached 2nd Battalion, Heavy Mortar Company, 31st Infantry, continue present mission. 3C, 3B, attached HV Mortar Company, minus 31st Infantry, collective plat, minus Medical Company, 31st Infantry, INR Platoon, that was AT and M Platoon, move to assembly area via Pukchong, exhibit Annex 2 march table. 57th Field Artillery Battalion, less C Battery, attached 15 AAA Battalion, D Battery, move to assembly area via Pukchong, Annex 2 march table. Heavy Tank Company, 31st Infantry, move to assembly area via Pukchong, Annex 2 march table. F, Med Company for 31st Infantry, 1, collection, platoon, collection platoon attached to 3rd Battalion, move to area, assembly area vicinity of Pukchong, Exhibit 2 march table. 2, company minus continues mission. G, Heavy Mortar Company, 31st Infantry, 1, company minus moves to assembly area via Pukchong, Annex 2 march table. 2, 2nd Battalion attached to the 2nd Battalion, 2nd Platoon attached to the 2nd Battalion, B, INR platoon attached to the 3rd Battalion. 1, Company C, 13th Engineers, Battalion, facilitate move on RCT by work on the main supply route. AT&M platoon attached to 3rd Battalion. X, 1, halts 15 minutes on odd hour starting at 0900. Noon meal halt from 1300 to 1400. 2, rate of march as dictated by road conditions. Administrative details later as announced. 5A is NC. B is 31st Regimental CP forward in column at rear of 57th Field Artillery Battalion. 2, 31st RCT, 31st CP rear present location, and 3, other reports after reaching Puc Chong. Okay, then we got here Operation Order 20. This was 23. That's 24. Wait a minute, hold up a minute. Let's see which one I got here. That was 24. Okay, I missed 23. Well, no, this is part of 23.
That's part of 23 there, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I missed 23. Because 24 is the March table. Okay, so this is a second page. Second page of the March table would be Annex 2, March table of Operation Order 24. So it says, in other words, major storms, that we've got a serial number, organization and commander, number of vehicles, cross area, initial point, and remarks. So we got number 1 is major storms, number of vehicles 120, cross initial point at 0800, remarks, organic vehicles plus 25 personnel carriers. That's 2.5 ton. Okay, number 2 is 57, Lieutenant Colonel Embry, 88 vehicles, cross initial point at 0800, leave service, less service battery. Number 3 is Colonel McLean, command group, 13 vehicles, cross initial point at 0945. Remarks, time is subject to change. 4, Captain Drake, Heavy Tank Company, 31st Infantry, 31st 4 vehicles, departs present location 15 minutes after 57 Field Artillery clears. Captain Hepner, Service Battery, 57th Field Artillery Battalion, 19 vehicles, leaves at cross point 12 o'clock. Number 6 is Major Couch, 3rd Battalion Elements, number of vehicles 20, cross initial point at 1400 hours. 7th Division Quartermaster trucks, time subject to change. That's signed by, that's for McLean, Colonel McLean.
Okay, can I see that map for a second? Map.
Yeah, that's
This
more.
kind of shows how they're moving, where they're located, how they're getting around. So in this corner we have.
This is part of the overlay too. Then it's going.
Yeah, this 31st up here, tank. Well, I'll show you the map, then Ray, I'll let you just kind of describe who's what and where.
Well, that is the first point. The farthest point here is the 31st is operating to the east of the Fusen Reservoir.
Right.
It's approximately 20 air miles as a crow would fly over to the east of Chosin Reservoir.
Okay.
And it shows a line, arrows coming from the 332nd 7th Division headquarters at the schoolhouse, should be at Untah. The arrows will leave from the schoolhouse over to pick up 31st Regiment at the Fusen Reservoir, on the east side of the Fusen Reservoir, continue on down to Corey, C-H-O-R-E, downward, there's a T point, downward to another area. The other road would go off to the right to Ewan, where we originally landed on the 29th.
So you're going to go south of that.
Then we will continue south of that to Puk Chong, the railroad station, near the railroad station.
But you won't use the station, you won't mount on trains at that point, or you
Well,
will?
it says further instructions will be given at the train station.
Okay.
In other words, some probably ammunition will go by train,
Right.
because that's going to be heavy weighted.
Because I know the company C that you all were talking about had the 105 or 155 howitzers or whatever. When they got down to Puk Chong, they loaded them on the train to evac out.
Yeah,
They had to build ramps to get them on the trains themselves.
yeah.
So I imagine it was pretty limited what you could get on board and what you couldn't.
Yeah, but all instructions, like the further instructions will be there, but there's none written. You know, like none written on what we will, because it's followed back to Order 25 then.
Right. So it
And
seems
then
like somebody.
This other one is a continuation here of down here at T, but that's something coming in from, I'm not sure where.
So what date and time do you find yourself at Puk Chong?
I'm not sure. It should be the next morning.
No, I mean actual date for the
To
camera.
assemble.
Date for the camera. 20.
That should be the 26th.
Okay. Just trying to get a time frame of movement, mileage covered, that kind of thing.
Because the 26th, I don't, well, it'd be early 26th, because the 31st would already be out there and be through, but they're going by truck.
Right.
They got the 120 guys, so they're going to get the men over there first.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the instruction that would be given at Puk Chong would probably be keep your motor keep going.
Keep
You know,
going.
just like when they, but we've got to remember that Faith is already moving over there.
Right.
See, he's grabbed on the 0900 on the 24th, and he should be over by the time
Yeah, he's way ahead of you.
we're there. He should be at Chosin.
Yeah, he's way ahead of you guys.
Yeah.
He was at.
Because see, this is all. See, he's not under here at the time because apparently McLean knows he will be assigned to him, but he's still under the 32nd Regiment and under their rules. You know, under their.
So RCT 31 is still being built at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're just in the making.
Okay.
So and. This is what it gets over for Faith is going to be whatever battalion he's already got on the road. It's just to reroute them.
You don't have to read every line on that, but definitely make sure you cover everything that's highly
Yeah,
important.
but I wanted then we go into Order 25.
This is the one.
This is the big one. This is the one where the bombshell is.
All right. Now, before we get into that, to put that in perspective, Operation Order 7 is in play.
In play.
And draft orders and everything else that led up to that point in this time frame is built on an expected attack point on the 25th, which got moved back to the 27th. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, the attack point is still the 27th.
Okay.
Now, so the thing
The launching point, I mean.
So the lock in a time on this order, because there's two distinct things there. Because when you get to the intel summary, number 1A, intel summary, which there is no summaries. There's a place for them, but there is none. So B is the 7th Infantry Division will attack at 7/27/0800 November, seizes Mepyong-ni and advance to the Yellow River and destroys enemy in zone, secures the Pugson area. Now we know later that the Pugson area, that's minus an N, that's a typo. It's supposed to be the Pugson area. So number 2 is what the regiment is going to do.
Now, mind you, we're already under the impression at this point that the Marines have this layout of what they've got to do and what the Army's supposed to do, but you've got Marines in the way.
You got to go through the division part, to get where they're at.
Okay.
So in other words, it says it now on 2. It says A, the Regimental Combat Team 31 attacks without delay.
Which means right now.
Yeah, but apparently, so the 7th Division is already, now we're not there yet, so we're a day late.
Yes.
This is going to be late because McLean has to offset it to the 28th. So this thing without delay is going to be, there is a delay because he's waiting for the 57th and the tanks to show up.
Right. In the meantime, you've got the 5th Marines still in your position.
Yeah.
As you're coming in, they're
Yeah.
still sitting there, and they should have been gone 2 days ago.
Yeah, two battalions of Marines are there occupying spaces that we're supposed to have
Right.
to move in these areas.
And Murray had already sent one group of his,
The
Two-
second,
one-third of
the
it.
2nd Battalion over to UNAMNI.
but he still has 2 of them still sitting there when you all pull in on the 27th,
Yeah,
which locked you at Hoggaroo at 12 o'clock as Murray's 5th is moving through Hoggaroo on
yeah,
12 o'clock.
right.
So you got Marines crossing through the Army trying to do this transition
But
thing
the
for the 27th.
The Marines are at least totally, they were supposed to leave at, on the 25th at noon.
Right.
That severed their connection to the east side.
Correct.
Whoever was there, Faith was there, we know, at that time. And like I said, in policy and direction, is that satisfied the order. As far as General Barr said that satisfied the order when Faith showed up.
Right.
So then we go on to what the rest of it is. But the 2nd Battalion attacks without delay from Chosin Reservoir, seizes objectives A, B, C, D, and E, prepares to continue attack to Changjin, and attack to the Yellow River. Now, the point is, it's assumed that attack to the Yellow River is going to be straight up, because Mossman is talking about we are going to assume the positions, the positions of attack previously assigned to the Marines, which means straight up. We're going up like to Lim Chang and to Singal Pajin.
At least that's what everybody thought.
Huh?
At least that's what they thought.
Yeah. So that's more or less the bombshell. And then the other one is what Vasula's correction of Pungson, that he wrote the article. He wrote the article 25.
Well, read the entire order completely on the Operational Order 25.
25 is, okay, it's,
Start with division and come down.
okay, we got here, Annex 1, Operation Overlay, number 3, E, 1st Battalion, 32nd Infantry, seize and secure Operation Objective B without delay, which is taken care of by Faith. Faith moved up to where the 2nd Battalion moved out.
Right.
Of the 5th Marine. 2, be prepared to seize objectives C, CB, is E on order. I think that, yeah, it's hard to read, that's kind of blurred out, but I think it's CD. 3, outpost without delay, objective C. B, 3rd Battalion, 31st Infantry, seize and secure objective, which is marked out. It looks like the B is marked A without delay. There is a discrepancy there, or mark through it. 2, be prepared to seize objective D and E on order. 3, protect Regimental Combat Team 1 right flank. 2, or C, number 2 here, 2nd Battalion, 31st Infantry. 1, cross vicinity, a close vicinity operation objective, and without objective A, this is without delay. Let's see what, make sure I'm right here. Objective B he's got here on this one. Okay. This looks like A here. So that must be a change. Number 3 is A. Oh, wait, I'm farther down here. See, 3rd. Okay, here. Close objective A. Okay, that's objective A without delay. Prepare to attack to north on order. 1st Battalion, 31st Infantry attached. C Battery, 57th Field Artillery, to continue present mission. That's the 31st Infantry attached. C Battery. There's C Battery now.
Yeah, that shows up in the Dill report, Lieutenant
Yeah.
Dill report.
So E is the 57th Field Artillery Battalion attached to D Battery, 15th AAA minus. B Battery, 31st Field Artillery Battalion. 1, Battery C attached to the 1st Battalion, 31st Infantry. 2, 57th Field Artillery Battalion minus direct support for Regimental Combat Team 31, priority of fire to east and northeast. F, the 31st Headquarters, a heavy mortar company attached, 1st Battalion, Heavy Mortar Company, 32nd Infantry. Direct support for Regimental Combat Team 31, priority of fire to the east, I guess northeast and southeast. G, 31st Heavy Tank Company, close vicinity objective A without delay. Prepare to attack to north on order. See, so that would be where, in other words, like Drake is standing by.
Yeah.
So you've got a standing order. H is Company C, 13th Engineering Battalion, attached, 31st, 31st, here's another one here. Let me see what his clearer copy is here. We're on H. Okay, 30, maybe I ought to read from this one. 13th Engineering Battalion attached, 31st and AT and M Battalion, maintain main supply route in zone. Okay, then I and R platoon, reconnaissance east direction, Fusen Reservoir.
That's Lieutenant Koch. And there's 2 platoons of INR.
You see, he's still supposed to be directed from the Fusen Reservoir.
Yeah, but Muncie wanted Muncie.
So that's a mistake because we know he's over there.
We've got 3 platoons of Muncie's. One of them, Muncie stays behind, if I remember right.
Let's see, this is H. No, everything's on here. Where's H? right flank. Operation order H. Up a minute, I see some discrepancies here. Oh, H, here's H up here. Okay. Oh, the other. Oh, you got more on the back here. Okay. H. That's it. H. Company C, 13th Engineering, attached, 31st AT&M platoon, maintain main supply route in zone. Okay, now here's the one. Okay, this is the one we want to straighten out then. Okay, I and R platoon, recon E direction, Chosin Reservoir. Well, you still got it on your. It's still on the other side now.
Yeah, he's coming out that he's coming out of.
Yeah, you're at the Chosin.
He's coming out of here heading towards the fusion.
Yeah.
Is what it's saying. He's to fusion, but not.
Yeah, but he's in that open area then.
Yeah.
He's up open area in the mountains that are above, but he's right above that.
So he takes out what 4 or 5 jeeps. One of them
Establish
comes back.
outposts at RCTE right flank.
Okay. Which he was hoping to do, but never got the opportunity. I think one jeep of guys came back from there.
Yeah, so then he's got in here on his, he's got the operation order added to. That's all the stuff about taking precautions at night. You know, rigidly enforce necessary measures to conserve fuel, food and fuel supplies, for exploit to maximum the superior capabilities of our troops and equipment. 5. Provide convoy adequate security. 6. Patrol aggressively and destroy enemy in zone. 7. Night movement limited to minimum essential. 4. A Class 1 and 2 and 3, RCT 31, what is it, tank? TNBIV, Operation Overlay, Annex 1, Class B, 1st Marine Division, SP, Operations Overlay, Annex 1, 5, CPs, RCT, C, Operation Overlap, others reports. Official by Lieutenant Colonel Barry K. Anderson, S3, and then McLean for Colonel.
And that was Op Order 25 in its entirety.
Yeah, that's, yeah, those are things that, yeah, it's hard to read on this.
Now that was supposed to be in play 8 o'clock 27th east side of Reservoir.
Yeah, and then of course this is the one that Ron pointed out again. He says because this is Drake's true copy.
Okay.
And see, he wrote this 12 December 1950, and then that was
Very fresh on his mind then.
so that was Drake's. And then you go into.
Well, I didn't post what Drake had said. I don't think you saw this. Tank company of this regiment departed Sagu, Korea, CT 2662 on 24th November, arrived Pukchon, Korea 25th November, and departed Pukchon 26th November by rail with destination Hamhung 70 miles. Company arrived Hamhung 26th November, departed Hamhung 27th November, traveling 60 miles to Udong-ni, Korea, on the east side of Chosin Reservoir. On 28th November, Tank Company was given mission to attack north and open route to 3rd Battalion, 31st Infantry Regiment, 1st Battalion, 32nd Infantry Regiment. Attack commenced at 28 1000, November, with Provisional Composites platoon of Headquarters Company attached. Attacks progressed as far as vicinity of Medical Company ambush, CV 5478. Sufficient infantry was not available to hold this intermediate objective. Enemy forces estimated as 1 battalion well dug in. Numerous infantry casualties and loss of 4 tanks, 2 hit by rocket launchers, 3.5 rocket launchers, 1 rolled over steep incline, and 1 with thrown track on steep incline, and 1 to withdraw. Wait a minute. Instead of, I'll put this down where I can read it. Numerous infantry casualties and loss of 4 tanks, 2 hit by 3.5 rocket launchers, 1 rolled over steep incline, and 1 with thrown track on steep incline, and 1 with thrown track, well, 2 of them with thrown tracks, in objective area, led to decision to withdraw. 2 officers, 10 enlisted men of tank company were wounded in this action. Attack with the same mission was ordered the following day. Attack jumped off 290900 with 2nd, 3rd, and 4th platoons of tank company, with 1 platoon of C company, 13th Engineer Battalion, anti-tank mine platoon, and composite platoon of Headquarters Company, 31st Infantry Regiment. That'd be Rasula, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, attack again reached intermediate objectives, and with each of 2 tank forces, but overwhelming enemy numbers caused high infantry casualties, and positions on objective became untenable. Undersigned order withdrawal of attacking forces to Hudong. Enemy forces estimated as 2 battalions well dug in. In the meantime, 1 platoon of tank company was ordered on patrol mission to east of Hudong, and then reconnaissance missions directly north to Hudong, in select routes through saddle and mountain area. Last operations resulted in loss of 2 tanks, death of 1 officer, and 2 enlisted men of tank company wounded. At 30-1600 November, withdrawal from Hudong-ni to Hagaru, CV 5272, was directed. Doesn't say who made that call though.
No.
This company performed rear guard action. 2 disabled tanks were towed from Hudong for approximately 1 mile until further towing was impossible because of sharp turns en route. These 2 tanks were ordered to be abandoned by Lieutenant Colonel Anderson, acting CO at 31st RCT, as they held up progress of the vehicle's column, then under heavy small arms fire. Company arrived Hagaru 1730, was attached to 1st Tank Battalion, 1st Marine Division, and immediately placed to the perimeter defense of Hagaru area, attacking Chinese forces that night directed at this company's sector. Attack was repulsed with some 100 counted enemy dead. Tank company sustained only 1 casualty. Attack was made by an estimated 3 companies of enemy. This is the first I've read this. On 3 December,
That's when they're going to Udom towards Chosin Pass.
I can't make out this next word, 3 December, busted patrol to assist in evacuation of survivors of 3rd Battalion, 31st Infantry, and 1st Battalion, 32nd Infantry, and reopened approximately 30 wounded. Patrol mission was hampered by heavy small arms fire and small and anti-tank gunfire. Company was attached to 8th Marine Regiment on 3 December 1950. Conducted patrol mission with Royal British Marine Detachment on the west shore of Chosin Reservoir to link up with the 7th
and 5th Marines regiments were then withdrawn from Udon to Hagaru. Patrol was ordered to return before mission was accomplished. 6 casualties from extreme cold were evacuated during period 3 to 6 December 1950, during which period company supplemented perimeter defense of Hagaru area. On 7 December, 1st Marine Division commenced evacuating Hagaru. This company was assigned mission of advance and rear guard of 5th Marine Regiment. Numerous engagements with enemy en route to Cotal Reef resulted in estimated 50 enemy dead action, with an estimated 50 enemy dead. Action resulted in 3 casualties in this company. During stopover in Cotal Reef, company was committed on perimeter defense. Departed Cotal Reef 10/1100 December and arrived vicinity Hamhung, Korea 11/2300 December without serious incident. Robert B. Drake, Captain of Armor, commanding. True copy. Fields A. Shelton, Captain Infantry, Enclosure B.
No orders.
Now, in theory,
See that,
or in reality,
They should have been on at Hudon on this map
during that time frame. Well, there's no time stamp. Well, yeah, it is 29 November. Up here at the top there, 29 November. 2 Noctic tanks, second roadblock. But again, it does not show that there was a tank company there, or a CP, or any of that nature on this map. Ray, do you recall whose map that is?
because I think it's a little bit off to say the least.
Now this is the perimeter of Hagaru supposedly before they arrive, 28, 29 December, November.
Breakout, this task force breakout. 8th wounded. 2nd blown bridge. Show a task force phase breakout attempt sequence. It might be one of mine. I'm not sure if it's on my.
Well, I pulled that from the net, but I think the wounding of faith is off on that. There's a couple of things that I would question, but
Yeah,
that's,
well, I'm looking at this. I'm still looking at this. Why? He's got this as second. Attack was made on 2 December, where he would have been back, conducted patrol to assist in the evacuation of survivors of 3rd Battalion, 31st Infantry, and 1st Battalion. On the 2nd. I think Anderson's saying this never happened, though. That somebody was saying there was an attempt made on the 2nd. Well, the 2nd would have been too late, really.
well, the second I thought they were going up, they were put under the British.
Well, that's the 3rd Battalion. Let's see, yeah, that's, patrol was hampered. Company was attached to the 5th Marine Regiment on 3 December 1950. That's when they conducted patrol mission, well, that's when, on the 3rd. But this part of the 2nd, now that would have been in the heat of battle, early morning or in the afternoon. So in other words, on the 2nd of December, It was gone, it was all over.
They're the Hagaroon
I
to the
don't
west.
understand that part of it.
That's to the west though. That's going up towards Udam. That's not coming down out of Hudong. That's the way I read that.
Recovered approximately 20 wounded.
You know, like they were trying to make their way up towards Fox Hill and got repulsed.
No, well, it's saying here though, they conducted patrol to assist in evacuation of survivors of 3rd Battalion, 31st Infantry, and 1st Battalion, 32nd Infantry, and recovered approximately 20 wounded.
So that had to be behind East Hill then.
Yeah, at best, just barely going out. Because what does it say here? These two tanks were ordered, company arrived 1700, which is, take 2 hours off of that, be 1530. Well, 1530 would, well, no, 1700 would be, add to 12.5, that would be 550. 1700 should be 550. But you add 2 to there for 12 for noon. Was attached, so okay, the 30, so it was attached to the 1st Marine Battalion, 1st Marine Division. So okay, so that's what I'm wondering with here. But see, then he couldn't have went out on the 2nd. That was just trying to, so all he could do was scattered on the end of the column then.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it.
But I think I got a place. I think I got a place where even I got to bring up when I get home. I got to bring up Anderson's deal because I should have brought that along. Anderson is saying that he watched all this from the plane, that 57 spotter plane, and he said there was no rescue mission made.
So how do you account for 2 different reports? Do you say that Anderson flew over when there was nothing going on? And then maybe
Well, the second,
Drake had already made his sweep?
yeah, well, second, yeah, see, it was 2nd Battalion, because either way, the main thing is, the main thing you can't get around, though, is that at 30, 1700, 1730, in other words, was attached to the 1st Battalion, 1st Marines, and immediately placed in defense of the Hagaru area. Yeah, so either way, they're back at Hagaru at that night.
Yeah. Either way, whether they went up the east side a little bit, past East Hill, or to East Hill.
Yeah, well, the best they would have done if they did anything else, as survivors, so that's open. Conducted patrol to assist in evacuation of survivors of the 3rd Battalion, 31st Infantry, and the 1st Battalion, 32nd, and recovered approximately 20 wounded. But it still doesn't matter, it's still operating out of Hagaru.
Understood.
Yeah, that's pretty good, because he made that 12 December. It's a pretty good deal. Yeah, this is what Ron's got now. Ron was wanting that, he said for Ames. See, and then we got like here, this is the one that saying note. This was on 10 March 1951. It was supposed to be for historical, for history. And it says, note, due to the nature of the action of the 31st Regimental Combat Team, in in the vicinity